Okay, hello and welcome back to another episode of My Team Career Mode. Now you can see here, it says round 5, and I have an explanation for that. So, at Spain, this kind of happened. And then at Monaco, this happened. But this also happened, so lose, win.
And it's great to see them make their way out onto the podium.
So yeah, I thought there wasn't much point putting an episode out for them because, I mean, Spain didn't even last a corner and Monaco only lasted about 4 laps. So there was not much point of me making an episode for them. So we're going to skip ahead to Azerbaijan now, head into qualifying. It was a little bit of a dodgy one. I didn't get an amazing lap in. Or did I? I honestly can't remember. This was done quite a while ago. But there will also be a... this episode will be probably brought out an hour later than my usual 7 o'clock because I had a lot of issues with the game crashing. So that took up quite a while. I had to keep redoing laps and things. So there's no promises that there isn't something that didn't actually happen. Anyways, we go P2.
And a warm welcome to you from Azadlik Square, heart of Baku and home, of course, to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With high speeds, tight corners and few runoff zones, many are expecting a safety car here today, so our drivers will have to stay very much on their toes and hopefully away from the barriers. Baku City Circuit then, an unpredictable 3.7-mile track around the streets of the Azerbaijan capital. 20 turns for our drivers to navigate today, including the infamous Turn 8, one of the tightest and most challenging corners of the season. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box. And it's fantastic to have you with us here today, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course, you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Daniel Ricciardo has a clear view ahead from pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Verstappen, Charles Leclerc and Hamilton, Mick Schumacher, Giovinazzi, Reed and Sergio Perez, Tsunoda, Ocon, Pierre Gasly and Ticktum, Russell, Aitken, Kimi Raikkonen and Nikita Mazepin, Bottas, Latifi, Stroll. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty, and Nobuharu Matsushita. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Yeah, so I was going to go out for a second qualifying lap, but it started raining in Azerbaijan, which has 6 average days of rain, but we move. That happens to be one of these 6. We're going to go for a soft, medium strategy. We ran these tyres out quite a lot in qualifying, trying to get a faster lap. So we're pitting lap 4. But without further ado, we're going to go to 5 red lights. The Azerbaijan Grand Prix is underway. I just thought that reaction time was insane, so I'm going to put that up on the screen and figure out how long that was. We go around the outside of Mick Schumacher and our teammate. We go wide. We almost have contact with him. Going down the second straight, or the first full straight, we have a yellow flag behind us. Green again. Schumacher is pulling away. Hamilton behind us is getting closer and closer and closer. We managed to go on down the inside of Schumacher, not causing any collisions there, and Schumacher is behind us now. He's going to be our main contestant for this championship this year. At the end of lap 1, again, Schumacher is right on our tail. He is not letting this up. The second I turn up my AI, this man is going mental. He's pushed us so much, I ran out of ERS on the first lap. That never happens. Never. I've never had that happen before. But Mick is pushing and pushing and pushing. He's going to make a move
He'll be on the mediums.
on to the start of lap 2, but he can't make it stick as we go and we finish the lap ahead. Lap 2, end of lap 2 then, Mick Schumacher again coming down the inside, and he's going to make it past. I can't defend him. He's going to put so much tyre wear into my tyres, I'm going to die. Hamilton tries to get behind, or tries to get past even,
Come in at the end of this lap.
but can't do that. Lap 5, we're going to pit for our first set of mediums. We're going to go in at a bit of an angle. That's how I like taking this. And we're going to take it with such speed. That is a flying entry. Oh my god. That was an absolute flyer of a pit stop. Or pit entrance. A little bit of lag. Ooh, my bad. Going into the pits, we do a 1.8 and we're away. We're just behind Hamilton. Very nice indeed.
Let's get some heat into
Pit
those
crew
tyres.
doing the proud. Going, I'm coming for you, Red Bull pit crew. Lap 6 then, on the inside of Russell, into probably one of the fastest sweeping corners of this circuit. Probably not a great one to try and overtake on. I do really like that corner though. It's probably my favourite, like top 5 favourite sections of a track in the F1 calendar. Hamilton goes in to the pits. We almost rear-end him trying to get the slipstream. Lap 7 then, coming towards the end. We're in P11 right now. Macho Cheetah. Oh my god, I'm going to really struggle pronouncing that name all this year. We get past him though. I'm going to call him Matt. That is that bad? I don't know. Okay, lap 8 then. We're going to go around the inside of Stroll into turn 2. He has the soft set of tyres on. Whether they're new or old, I'm not too sure. I'm hoping they're old. Otherwise, I've just showed him up. Okay, round the outside of Tictum, in the Williams, at the end of lap 8, straight onto lap 9.
14.5 seconds.
Yeah, just cleanly round him. Sergio Perez, no,
Okay,
sorry,
clear.
Carlos
Okay,
Sainz is out of the session. It looks like he's
They are out of the
rammed his
race.
car into a wall around the streets of Baku. That's not good for him. At least it wasn't his teammate, because then I'd be ridiculing him. We can't do that. But the safety car is in on lap 11. We're behind Schumacher. I just realised Perez has a 5-second penalty. Whether he will serve that this race or not, I'm not too sure. Or whether he'll just wait until the end. We're going to resume racing now then. We're behind Schumacher. We're going to have a look down the inside. We're going to get past him down the inside. Very nice indeed. Yellow flag behind us. That is a Williams going slow. I believe the Williams of Dan Tictum. As I'm assuming he has engine failure and will be retiring from the race. Well, you wouldn't go sorry if he wasn't. That's not how slow you go with the puncture. Yeah, there you are.
Some
Dan
information
Tictum
on
is out of the
Tictum.
session.
They've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring.
Mercedes power. That's all I'm saying. It's their engines, man. Alright, lap 12 then. Behind Leclerc. No ERS because we don't have any. No DRS because he's not been enabled yet. Pure slipstream and power advantage. Gets us past him. Very nicely indeed. Up into P3. Lap 14 then. DRS on Lando Norris. Onto lap 15. Gonna go round the outside. Almost tapping our front tyres together. We set a purple sector 3. That's interesting. Lap 15. We're gonna go through into the car. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, I just wanted to show you this precision through the castle section. Oh, look at this. Look at this shite. Oh my god. Look how close I am to the wall. Jesus. Barely scraping by. I just had to show you that. I was really happy with that. As we go into the pits, we're going alongside Daniel Ricciardo. That's not allowed. That is perfectly fine. We're going to try and do a Sebastian Vettel, but we move. It's not going to happen to us at this circuit. Go into the pits for our second set of softs, a 2.1, and we are out ahead of Ricciardo. Very nice indeed. That's what getting right up beside him does. It's completely allowed. In fact, I'm going to check the FIA regulations right now on my phone. But I think that's allowed. Yep, completely allowed. As we go round Russell on the inside, barely keeping our car on track. I'm allowing it though. We didn't get a warning, and we would have got a warning for that. That's a corner you do get a warning for. lap 16 then, round the inside of Esteban Ocon in the Alfa Romeo. Nope, the Alpine. He's in an Alpine. Jesus Christ. Up into the points of P10. Daniel Ricciardo behind us. Ocon coming up on our left. Ricciardo on our right. Ocon gets past. Ricciardo comes up our right, right off the edge of the track, hits into our front right, and we hit into Ocon, sending him flying. That is not on us, I don't believe. But I feel very bad for Ocon there. I'm not claiming that that's my fault though, because Ricciardo just came up our inside. He was off track. I didn't push him off track. I was already there. Safety car's been deployed. Don't know what's happened there. I think that's McLaren's having a bit of contact. That's not great. Lap 20 then. Safety car's coming in for 6 more laps of racing. We're going to be right behind Mr. Lance Stroll, Sir Lancelot then. Behind Gasly, yeah, he's behind Gasly. So we're going to go prepare racing, green flag. We're going to go up his inside. He's going to brake early because he's a little noob. And we're going to get right past him. At the start of lap 21, we're up into P4. At the end of lap 21, they're up into P3 as Hamilton decides to go into the pits for some ungodly reason. So we're now behind Gasly. And talking about being behind Gasly, lap 22, going to be on to lap 23. We're catching, we're gaining, going around the outside, doing a nice switchback manoeuvre on the boy, round the outside of turn 1 and up into P2. Very nice indeed. And on lap 23, at the end of it, there's been a huge pile up. Turn 15 then, huge pile up. That's 8 people out of the race now. Oh my god, we've got our title then. Lap 24, on to lap 25. For 2 laps of racing, we're preparing to go green. We are green. We go for a move around the outside of Mick Schumacher, our teammate, on the turn 1 of the last, 40 turns. There's like 6 kilometres between us and victory now. Schumacher is behind us. We need to keep him behind. At the end of lap 26, he is still behind. Stroll, at the way it goes, will be joining us on the podium. Almost Raikkonen joining us on the podium though. That's interesting, but away from that, we have to keep our ERS going through the fastest section of the track then. The fastest 2 sweepers, left, right. Schumacher is right on our tail, right behind us. Going to be pushing us right to the line. Checkered flag. We take first and Schumacher takes second. What a race that was. Bloody hell.
Great drive. We did it. Good job.
And another 1-2 for Porsche Vodafone. Very nice indeed. If we keep this up, Constructors is all ours. And that would be very nice indeed.
A nearly flawless performance here then, and a commanding victory. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
A reliable car, that was the most important factor here. This was a real battle of attrition, and you could tell those at the front were trying to find a balance between running their outright pace and taking care of the car to reach the end.
Here comes your top 3 making their way down to the podium for what can only be described as a fantastic day for Formula 1.
That's a sight I'll never get tired of. Us with the first place trophy in our hand and Schumacher right behind us. What a race. 8 DNFs and a huge pile up decides the race. Flippin' heck. Abu Dhabi 2.0, mate. Well, thank you for joining me for this one. The gap now between first and second in the Constructors is 51 points. In the driver standings, we are still in second by 14 points. But anyways, thank you for joining me for this race. What a race it was. And I hope to see you next time for the Canadian Grand Prix.